Hey everyone, so today I wanted to share a little lesson that I learned. And first, for a little bit of background history about me, I would probably describe myself as an introvert. I feel like I really avoid conflict and arguing and drama. It's just really not my thing, and if I can kind of steer clear of it, I definitely do. And I actually read this article on Thought Catalog that described the way that I kind of go through a scenario in my head when someone upsets me or hurts me or something, and the way that I kind of decide on if I want to be upset about it and how I want to handle it and how I'm going to talk to them, what exactly I'm going to say, how I kind of rehearse the whole interaction. And basically what that means is it's something that I'm thinking about and I'm actively kind of, dwelling on and making it into maybe a bigger deal than it actually is, whereas some people are able to kind of just address things in the moment. If you have an argument with someone or they say something you don't like, right then you kind of hash it out, get it done, and you kind of move on from it. And that's just not really the way that I am, but I am trying to learn from that and kind of not be the way that I have been in the past. And this one scenario really kind of taught me a good lesson on why I shouldn't do that. So kind of briefly to give you a little bit of an understanding of what happened. So there's this guy that is very special to me. I think he's an awesome guy. And we had a misunderstanding where I was 100% wrong. I thought something had happened between us that actually didn't happen at all, which I didn't realize until I brought up to him why I was upset. And mind you, this was a few days later. I did my own research and investigation. I started watching what he was doing on Instagram and stuff, which sounds crazy, but if you've ever been there and if you've ever been kind of, skeptical or suspicious of a guy, you look at them, what they're doing and stuff. Every girl has done it. And yes, I'm fully admitting, maybe that sounds crazy to guys. Most guys probably would think so, but, girls get it. Anyways, so I tried to kind of come up with my own conclusions on what was going on and what had happened and all this stuff. And then I finally brought it up to him. Hey, I'm upset about this. I don't appreciate this, blah, blah, blah. And he completely had no idea what I was talking about. He thought I was acting very weird and kind of a little bit over the top, and basically explained to me what happened, and it was not at all what I had thought. And so I was pretty embarrassed at the way that I had acted in that moment, because it was just completely off and it wasn't even an issue at all. And thankfully he's a very mature, understanding person, so he kind of got what was going on and why I would have thought that, but it just wasn't the case. But it really got me thinking, because with this person I didn't want to lose him, and so I decided to say something when something was bothering me. But in the past, I am really the type that a lot of times if someone hurts me or upsets me, whether it be a relationship or a friendship or whatever, I kind of just internalize it and think about it, and then I kind of just let that person go, and I don't really try to talk it out with them or come to a conclusion of what's going on, mainly to just avoid the conflict and to avoid drama and seeming crazy. And in this scenario, it kind of worked in the exact opposite, because I seemed crazy because I was upset over something that didn't even happen. All because I didn't, in the very moment that I, was upset over something, I didn't take that exact moment to just, ask him straight up, what's the deal? And if I had done that, we would have avoided this whole thing that I created in my mind. And I created because I am just very particular on the way I want to handle situations. And, I am a very thoughtful person, but that can kind of get me into trouble when it kind of ends up being me overthinking situations. And I'm just glad that I did actually do it the way that I did, and I learned from it. And moving forward, I don't want to think about other situations where I could have handled it differently, and maybe, I wouldn't have lost out on different people or situations, but all I can do is learn and move forward and be grateful that everything is okay now and it's all good. And I wanted to just, share this little story with you guys, because maybe if you're like me, you might want to think about changing your ways, because you would never want to, miss out on someone or create a problem when there's not really a problem. And I think it's funny how most guys, when they have an issue with each other, they kind of just say it and they let it go. And I think a lot of girls sit and think about things, they get kind of sneaky, they want to figure everything out, investigate. And sometimes that's just not worth it, because you might be spending all this time on something that's not even a big deal, or in my case, didn't even happen. So anyways, I hope that you guys found this video a little bit funny or a little bit helpful, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!